Welcome everybody. I'm Blitzing Death, and welcome to the stream today. Today we are going to be showing off my Najeela, the Blade Blossom EDH deck. I also backed the Kickstarter called Mythic Frames, and it's the reason why I built this, because I thought it looked amazing. The sleeves looked amazing, so now I have Najeela built. I have all the cards right here. I'm going to be showcasing I'm going to show you all the full deck, as well. I'll go over some combos with her, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to show off the frames first because that's what it is. So the Kickstarter came with, you back this and you got the starter pack, and I think you can still buy this, but for backing the Kickstarter, there was a stretch award, and there's additional type of frame here. So let me open these up. So this is it here. I backed Blade Lotus. The artist, I believe, is Silas McComb, and I think the creator who helped design it is Olivia Gilbert Hicks, who is one of the members of this Commander Advisory Council. Right, so this is for the basic lands. This is for creatures, and you guys will all get a chance to see them once I sleeve them up. This is more creatures. These are for non-creatures, and another one for non-creatures. So we'll do it like this, and then this is just nothing. Right. So in addition to that, we also got this cool deck box. It just has the frame, basically the pattern of it, which you will soon see. But yeah, I'm going to open this up right now. I'm going to use this to store the Najeela deck. It's just a simple, plastic deck box. There are dividers in here. And there's a divider in here. Into gaming. Alright. And there's one more thing that we got. So it came in this envelope thingy, and you can see here, Altar Sleeves from the creators of Altar Sleeves, Mythic Frames. And you can see, I think this was another design, and this was another design as well. So, yeah. Alright, so it also came with this. Let me get this out. Ooh, okay. So it came with, as a Kickstarter bonus, it also came with this custom sleeve for Najeela, which I will put on her momentarily, but I'll take it out. So it's just a token, and you can see here, this is what the custom sleeve for Najeela looks like. And then it also came with a bonus one for Kamal. This is the one for Commander Legends. So I'll take this out as well, even though I don't. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it in because I don't have Kamal, and I do not play Kamal in this deck. No, you cannot, because I'm going to be using most of them. Like, each one of these packs are 25. We are not giving away a Najeela deck. Get that crap out of here. So let me put this back. Actually, I'll just put this. You can order them online, I believe. They should still have them. You can check out all the designs. Alright, so the first card up is going to be Najeela. So let me take her out of here. And out of her perfect fit, which I had her in a while. And we're going to put her in this altar sleeve. So there she is in all of her glory. Let me see if I can up the brightness here. Give me 1 second. You guys can see better now. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this is Najeela the Blade Blossom. She's the cost is 2 mana, 1 red. She's a legendary creature, human warrior. Whenever a warrior attacks, you may have its controller create a 1/1 white warrior creature token that's untapped and attacking. You can pay rainbow mana, untap all attacking creatures. They gain trample, lifelink, and haste until end of turn. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Activate this ability only during combat, and she's a 3/2. So basically, the deck, I have a lot of ways to untap my creature and take advantage of untapping creatures, and the way you win is taking infinite combat steps. And when you see my creatures, you'll see what things we can do to make sure that we get that infinite to go off. But the reason why I really like Najeela is because when I got back into Magic, I got back during Cons block, and I was playing Black-White Warriors. And it was my first real standard deck, and I did pretty well with it. And, you know, I've always loved Warriors ever since then. They hold a special place in my heart. So then I said, oh, I'm going to build Warrior Tribal. Oh, shoot. Let me get that token out so I can make sure it doesn't slip. So I've always loved Warriors. And when I first was building, I'm like, this Najeela is a really popular EDH commander because of the fact that she can go infinite so easily. But, you know, I wanted to keep it at a lower power level while still being able to maintain a threat. So I do play some casual, I guess, like relatively casual cards. But, oh, crap. Let me try this again. These Dragon Shields. The thing is, when you sleeve it with these altar sleeves, you really need to get them aligned, otherwise it looks a little weird. That's the biggest problem with them, but this one lines up perfectly. So there we go. There's Najeela. Let me put her back in her commander thingy, my top loader. So that's Najeela, so I guess I'll just leave her right here. Alright, so let's go over the deck. You guys will get to see all the cards, every single one. So here we go. Here's my first card. Alesha, who smells at death. 3 mana, 3/2. And whenever she attacks, I can pay either a black or white-black or white-black. And if I do, I can reanimate a creature card in my graveyard with power 2 or less from the graveyard and tapped and attacking. So how this combos with Najeela is I can get a 2 mana or something with 2 power or less, tap and attacking, and then I can untap it with Najeela's ability. So it's a nice mana sink, good early game, even if I don't have the full mana. So this is definitely a creature. So let's sleeve it up. Alrighty. So yeah, that's what she's there for. This is what it looks like. Let me put it in the full sleeve. So let's see. Alright, I guess I have to use the token trick every time. Why are you guys hating on my deck? Like, dude, your guys' decks are freaking... Dude, you forced me to do this. You guys forced me to do this. Like, you guys are playing high-powered decks, and meanwhile, I'm sitting there just trying to stop you guys from nutting. It's not even fair. Alright. So here's what it looks like. So I think you guys can see it here. So the frame runs around the edge, and you can still see the power and toughness down here. So I think it looks really cool. Let me up the light a little bit more. There we go. So yeah. So definitely it looks really, really cool. Alright, let's go on to the next one. My next one is Aven. So this is one of the weird ones. So Aven Wind Guides, 4 mana, Flying Vigilance, and it gives my creature tokens Flying and Vigilance. And I can also embalm it. So I can get this back with Najeela because that's power 2 or less. But this makes all the creature tokens from Najeela, because she makes one mana, or 1/1s, it gives them Flying and Vigilance. So they can't be blocked. Or they become a lot harder to block. And the Vigilance is important because there are cards that will let me tap my creatures for mana. So the Vigilance is also really important as well, because it lets me go infinite easier, I guess you can say. Let's try this again. Jeez. Man, I really wish KMC didn't screw up their didn't... Oh, crap. Which games he didn't screw up their sleeves? Can't believe it. You know, you had the best sleeve, and then now your sleeves are crap. And you let your competition make better sleeves. Did it slip out? Nope. Let's try this again. You guys get to watch me struggle at sleeving these cards. So yeah, I like playing these Lord effects, even though you know, it works well. And you guys will definitely see one of the cards has no business being in this deck, but it's one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite warriors. So I had to play it. Come on. This token is going to be so damaged after I'm done. Let me flip it the other way. Because the token's not flat. Jeez. I feel it slipping out. That sleeve. Ah, good enough. Let me see. Yeah, it's slipping a little bit. Same with this one. So yeah, you can see a bit of the bleeding at the bottom. Right down here. But you can still read it. It says 2-3. Ah, screw it. I don't want to waste time, so I'll re-sleeve him later. Okay, let's keep moving. So here is one of the cards that I played in Standard. Bloodchin Rager. This is not the card I was mentioning before, but this gives all my... When this attacks, all warrior creatures will get menace until the end of turn. So, 2 mana, 2/2. Can also get it back from Najeela. I played this card in Standard. Made my warriors a lot harder to block. So we're still doing, like, tribal things. Like, you know, we're doing tribal things. Ah, come on. Why is it slipping out? Alright, there you go. With the frame. This one did pretty well. Alright, next card is Bramblewood Paragon. 2 mana, 2/2. Each other warrior creature you control comes into play with additional 1/1 counter on it. And it will give basically all the creatures with 1/1 counters trample. So yeah, more ways. Redundant with Najeela, but it's basically a lord, so it will pump my warriors when they drop in. This card I probably didn't need, and if I wanted to power this up even more, I would probably cut this. Because, you know, I don't need to give my warriors trample when Najeela... Oh, crap. When Najeela does that for me already. No, guys, what are you guys doing? Stop. Stop. It's not fair. It's because, so I think there's the texture on these frames catches the front of the sleeve. So, like, the card will keep moving, but... You guys are terrible. Stop. Why you guys gotta do this to me? There we go. Yeah, I gotta put it in the front. Yeah, double sleeving these are a pain. I think that's a bad part about this. Because it sticks. Alright, I think I got a hang of it. Hopefully we won't have any more problems. So anyways, there's Bramblewood Paragon. Alright, next card. What the? Alright, Bright Harf Banneret. 2 mana, 1/1. Makes my warriors cheaper. And then, I mean, it's just a cost reduction. Yeah. Yeah, you should just kill Najeela. I agree. I agree with that. But you guys don't have interaction. You guys can't do anything. What? Besides, why am I the target? You guys are the problem. Crap. There we go. Whatever. Alright, there we go. White Harf Banneret. Alright, here's the next card. Brutal Horde Chief, 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever a creature you control attacks, drain 1. Or defending player, drain 1. I can pay 5 mana. I can choose how opponents control creatures will block this turn. So basically, another way to get value by attacking, and another way to make sure our things get through without dying. Because we gotta protect those creature tokens. Alright. Right, there's Brutal Horde Chief. Next card, Champion of Lam Holt. 3 mana, 1/1. You know, this used to be played in Modern. Creatures with power less than this can't block creatures you control. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, this give this a 1/1 counter. I think I used to see play in Modern, but it's 3 mana, so it's not good anymore. It's too slow. Let me take some sleeves out here. Is Humans even a tier deck in Modern still? Or was Modern Horizons just that strong? Alright, there we go. Champion of Lam Holt with the frame. Alright, now this is my pet card right here. Chief of the Edge. 2 mana, 3/2. Other warrior you control get +1/+0. That's it. That's all it does. It's not even a lord. It's half a lord. But I love this card. I played with it a lot in Standard. On turn 2, I always wanted to hit this because it just does... It threatens so much damage. But that Standard, this EDH, definitely that card you're not going to see in EDH. But you will see it in this deck because I also play bad cards. Alright, so there's Chief of the Edge. The frame kind of cuts off the mana a little bit. Kind of hard, but still looks really cool. Chief of the Edging. Alright, Decorated Champion. My next card, 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever warrior, this is also another lord. It's a worse version of what was that card we just had? Bramblewood Paragon, because it doesn't give him trample. Actually, no, sorry. This thing gets stronger when you play warriors. Never mind, so it's different. So it's like a Johnny's Pride mate. Sorry. And from one of my favorite sets, Battle Bond. Battle Bond is one of my favorite limited, if not the favorite limited format for me of all time. I think it's a tie between that and Cons. I really like the two-headed giant format because I think it's a lot of fun because you get to play limited with a friend. And I think several of my viewers have played Battle Bond with me before. It's just so much fun because you get to be goofy during the draft. So, all right, there we go. Decorated Champion. Next card is another one of those funny ones. Herald of Dromoka, 2 mana, 2/2, Vigilance, and it gives all my warriors Vigilance. So basically a combo enabler for some of the cards in my deck. I'm so glad we figured out how to sleeve these things now. So now we can go a lot quicker. There we go. Herald of Dromoka. Oh, did I mess that up a little bit? I'm going to try that again. Whatever, it's fine. It's a 2/2. Alright, next card. Very kind of expensive card. Used to be really expensive. Kalidas, 4 mana, 3/4 lifelink. If a non-token creature and an opponent controls would die, instead exile that card and put a 2/2 black zombie creature token on the battlefield. 3 mana, sacrifice another vampire zombie, put 2 counters on this. So basically, this is main deck graveyard hate. And this is how we stop Timmy from trying to loop his reanimation spells or his reanimation targets. So, take that. I have Kalidas. Still a very expensive card because it makes zombies and it's a vampire. Mainly the vampire thing. Let's make some. Try this again. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. A lot better. There we go. Looks a lot better. 3/4, you can see it. Usually I'm just checking the bottom corner to make sure the numbers are visible. Alright. Mindrest Cyclops, 4 mana, 3/4, gives all my creatures haste. Very simple. Those, whenever I play a creature, I can come down and have it swing immediately. So can suddenly win out of the win on the spot with this card. But it is also redundant with Najeela. But I think the haste is more important than the trample and the lifelink because, you know, you can have a sudden surprise and you don't need the mana to have it up. Alright, here we go. Alright, there we go. Bloodrush Cyclops. Alright, next card. Masari, Breaker of the Coil, 4 mana, 5/4. And your opponent can't cast spells during combat. That's only reason why we need this card. We don't even. Who cares about the rest of the text? Whenever a creature you control is contact to a player, go to each creature that player controls. We don't care about that because if we're gonna swing like that, we're just gonna win on the spot. Yeah. Preventing our opponents from casting spells during combat is huge. They have to answer, and it lets us figure out what we want to do during combat because there's a lot of things we can do during combat. So the main bulk of the enablers are not actually the creatures. Crap. Yeah. The main bulk of the enablers are going to be non-creatures. So right now I know it is a little boring just to read text on creatures. Basically they just I want my creatures to do tribal things, so at least it's a little fair. There is one infinite on the creature. We haven't gotten to it yet, but we will because it's not a warrior. So I'm showing all the warriors off first. So there we go. Next card, Miri, Weatherlight Duelist. 3 mana, 3/2, first strike. And basically, when this attacks, each opponent can't block with more than one creature this combat. So basically, give all my guys unblockable. As long as it's tapped, no more than one creature can attack you during combat. We don't care about that. We only care about the first one. I also play Miri in my cat deck, but I do have the secret lair Miri, so I play that in the cat deck, and this one gets the regular one that I have. Because I did buy the Rabo Precon back when it first released in Commander 17. And Miri is quite an expensive card now, which I'm very surprised, but maybe because it just has relevant tribal synergies. Alright, here we go. Miri. Next card, Rubble Belt Raiders. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever it attacks, pump the entire team with 1/1 counters. So that one's fun. Let me just get this out of the way. I hope we have enough sleeves. I counted it up. You know, we did get 120. We have a total of 150 sleeves here, but I think we should have enough for everything. I do need the, or is that special one? I think it's, yeah, it's this one. I think I'm going to be using the non-creature inner sleeve number 2 for non-basic lands. Mess that up. Try that again. There we go, Rubble Belt Raiders. Alright, another card from Battle Bond. Washblade Commander 2/2. It's a 2 mana 2/2. Warriors, your team controls have haste. Another haste enabler. So, seems good. We gotta go fast. Najeela is a red commander. I was thinking about making 2 versions of this deck, like a more high-powered one when I play with my friends, and then as well as the casual one. But my friends don't do casual; they only play high-powered decks. But still, it's nice to be able to play with newbies in shops. All right, Changeling Outcast, 1 mana, 1/1. Basically, can't block, it can't be blocked. It's an unblockable Changeling, so it does have the Warrior subtype. Nothing too fancy about this card. All you guys do. What do you guys get that? The guy is. I don't have high power to you. You play Mana Vault and Mana Crypt, man. Get that crap out of here. All right, so there we go. Changeling Outcast. All right, so we have 1 infinite combo enabler, as that's a creature. So here it is. Revvy, Imperial Tactician, 3 mana, 2/3 flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield, or a creature you control deals content to a player, you may tap or untap target permanent, and then put Revvy onto the battlefield from the command zone, which doesn't matter in this case. So basically with Revvy, what you're going to do is that you play Revvy, you swing out with your team. Whenever those creatures deal combat damage, you untap all your lands. Basically untap lands. So if you hit them with 5 creatures, you untap 5 lands, you use Najeela's ability, then you just repeat it again. You hit them, untap your lands, Najeela again. Hit them, and then that's how you get your infinite combat steps. So, it's not a warrior, it's a wizard, but just for the combo power alone, you have to play it. So remember, Najeela does a lot of stuff during combat. So you want to be attacking as much as you can. That's why we have all these cards that, you know, that are basically like give our creatures abilities to make them harder to block, because we want to get through. So here's the next card, Edric, Spy Master of Trest. 3 mana, 2/2. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller may draw a card. So I play this in Group Hug, but like I said, you want to get paid off for combat. So whenever you do combat damage, you can draw cards with with your creatures. This is a nice thing to also deter opponents from attacking you when you can just hit someone else instead and draw cards. There we go. Edric. Spy Master. Alright, next card. Iros. God of Victory. 4 mana, 7/4. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7, it's not a creature. Basically gives all your creatures menace and prevent all damage that would be dealt attacking creatures you control. So basically give them indestructible. They can't really be blocked in combat. So it's another enabler. So, like I said, a lot of these cards is to make it really hard for your opponents to disrupt you during combat. And you want to get rewarded for attacking. Because don't forget, Najeela, when you attack with a warrior, you make a 1/1 warrior token. So you want to attack as early as possible so you get a big board. And then eventually you get one of those payoffs. Because you have such a huge board. Dolmen Gate. I do not have Dolmen. What does Dolmen Gate do? I do not have that. Next card is Metallic Mimic. 2 mana, 2/1. As it enters the battlefield, choose creature type, warrior. And this is the chosen type in addition to other types. And each other creature you control of the chosen type enters the battlefield with additional 1/1 counter on it. So this is basically another Lord effect. This is also foil. I pulled this from a pack, held on to it, because I thought it would keep going up in value, which it did, but that doesn't, But that doesn't matter. Who cares about value, because I'm going to play it instead. I do have a Secret Lair version of it as well. Alright, there we go, Metallic Mimic. Next card, Mirror Entity. 3 mana, 1/1, Changeling. X until end of turn. Creatures you control have base power and toughness, XX, and gain all creature types. So basically this helps turn these last couple of cards into warriors. So they can also benefit from all the numerous lords. Yeah, no, I do not have that card. I don't think it's worth it either. Just play Iros instead. Gives my creatures menace too. Alright, there we go. Mirror Entity. Alright, this is a weird one. Martinstromgold. 4 mana, 1/1. When it attacks, all other attacking creatures get +X until end of turn, where X is equal to the number of other attacking creatures. And then if it blocks, it does the same thing. So basically, this thing pumps the team. And because you get infinite combat steps, or you get multiple combat steps, so this card makes it so that you don't even need infinite combat steps. As long as you take a couple, you're good. Because you'll just kill them. You don't need infinite combats. You just need enough combats. So this deck does foster the playstyle I like. I like playing aggressive decks. Hit them hard. Aggressive decks that win through combat. I'm still a bad player that way. So there we go. Martinstromgold. Alright, next up. Orion Frostfang. 5 mana, 2/6. Attack creature you control have Death Touch, and whenever deal combat damage, draw a card. It's just value. Not sure why I'm playing this, because maybe not completely necessary, but still a good card. Alright. This is also the last creature that we have in the deck. Surprisingly, we use slightly less than 20 altar sleeves. But there we redo that one. Let's try this again. Orion Frostfang. There you can see the full power and toughness. Secret Lair edition. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go into our instance now. So I'll open it after this. Anguish on Making, Game Day edition. 3 mana, instant, exile target non-permanent, you lose 3 life. So we're going to open up the non-creature one. Where the heck? There it is. So let me remove this top plate. Pull out one of these. So let's see how well it does here. And then I will show a side-by-side comparison with the creature frame. There we go. Anguish Unmaking. And compare it with the creature frame. You can see it goes a little higher down here compared to this. So let me put them side by side. So it doesn't have a little indent on the bottom. So yeah. And the flowers are different too, I believe. They're slightly different. So yeah. Alright, next card. Let me close this up so don't mess with that. Beast Within. 3 mana, everyone knows this. Instant, destroy target permanent. Replace it with a 3/3 beast. Because we need to run interaction. Because not everyone at the table will run interaction. Make sure you run interaction in your deck, guys. Like, seriously. What the heck? You guys can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, who doesn't run interaction? Alright, there we go. Beast Within. I can't wait to play with this. I really want to see how it looks in a game. Alright, next card. Psy Rift. Everyone knows this. 2 mana, instant, return target non-land permanent you control. Don't control, there's no hand. Overload. And basically it'll return all non-land permanents you don't control. You got interaction, but it's not enough, man. Your interaction ain't enough. Damn, do Zergo, dude. Spicy. At least for Zergo, it's spicy. Alright. Psy Rift. See a little bit poking out the bottom, but I think it's okay. Alright, next card. Eerie Interlude. 3 mana instant. Exile any number of target creatures you control and return those to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So this is a pseudo Teferi's Protection. We don't have ETB effects, so this is basically just a Teferi's Protection kind of thing. If you are too poor for Teferi's Protection, this is a good substitute, although I think this is worth a little bit. Because it is like Teferi's Protection. But it's only for your creatures, not your entire board. But board wipes are our weakness. So this is a good way to stop that. Alright, next card. Inline Tutor. Search your 1 mana, search your library for an artifact or enchantment card and reveal that card and put it on top. So this is going to grab several of our artifacts. Artifacts or enchantments. Let me bring those up here. So you could find... What do we want to find? Aggravated Assault, Cathar's Crusade, Druid's Repository. Actually, Druid's Repository is probably the hit because that thing literally makes you go infinite. So there are multiple things that we can get with this card. So definitely want to run Inline Tutor. You guys have Psy Rift, right? Both of you guys have Psy Rift in your deck? There it is. You can kind of see the white a little bit on the side. That's okay. Alright. Now we have our first... I wanted to see how it does here. But this is Cultivate. 3 mana. Pretty everyone knows this card. Search your library for 2 basics. Put 1 in battlefield tapped, the other 1 in your hand. I decided to get this Japanese showcase. Or a Mythic Archive version. Foil. Just because I don't have any. So I'd like, oh, I'm building this deck. Let's bling it out a little bit. So how does it look? I think it looks pretty good. You can still see the name here. And the mana cost. So yeah, looks good. Alright, next card, Secure the Waste. Another standard all-star here. X and 1 white. Instant, put X and 1 white word creature token onto the battlefield. Important part is that it is an instant. So you can bluff. Say, oh, I'm gonna hold up some mana. And then you just secure the waste, and then on your next turn, alright, swing everything. Make even and basically double up your warrior tokens that you just made. Alright, secure the wastes. Poking out a little bit at the bottom, that's okay. Alright, next card, Swords of Plowshares. 1 mana, instant, exile target creature. Controller gains life equal to its power. I don't know why I bought this. I realized I had another copy sitting in my deck box. But, hey, what the heck. Swords is always a good card to have in your toolbox. You guys run Swords, right? And you guys always use it to kill my things. Even though I'm not the threat. I'm never the threat. Alright. There's Swords. Yeah, I don't want that. Alright, to Ferris Protection, 3 mana instant. Everything you have phases out, and exile this. Everyone knows this card. I think it was like one of the first powerful white cards to be printed. Luckily, I bought the EDH deck that year. I bought all 4 EDH decks, so I had to Ferris Protection. Back when it was super expensive, it got reprinted, but still, it's still it's an EDH staple. If you don't have one, you should get one. One of the best white cards. Can I do better? Alright, there we go, to Ferris Protection. Alright, last instant here, Utter End, 4 mana instant, exile target non-land permanent. Another piece of removal in case we need to get rid of basically prison effects. Cards that prevent us from attacking, we do not like those cards. We need to destroy them and make sure that we can get through. That is not a problem with my other aggro deck, Saskia. Because Saskia can get around prison effects. Alright, Utter End. Come on, why does it slip? Good enough. Alright, next card. Blasphemous Act. 8 mana, or 9 mana. Cost 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. Deal 13 damage to each creature. See? Look at all these interaction. All this interaction that I'm running here. Like, it's fair, right? Look at my deck. Look at me. I'm an upstanding citizen. I don't run all threats. I also run answers. Because I need to help the board. I need to help the team from when we have arch enemies. Because that's what our EDH games always devolve into, it looks like. Blasphemous Act. Nice. Yeah, that's why all my friends' decks are so good, because they only have one deck and they put all their good cards in it. Command the Dread Horde, 6 mana, sorcery. Choose any number of target creature or planeswalker cards in graveyards. I can reanimate my opponent's stuff too. Deal damage equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. This thing also lets me recover after a board wipe. And that's why the cards with haste are good, because I can use this and then, alright, I'm going to go off again. Great card to play. But 6 mana is pretty steep. By the way, guys, even though I'm showcasing these Mythic frames that I have, I am not affiliated with them. They aren't paying me to do this. I just backed the Kickstarter. There we go. Alright, next card. Demonic Tutor, 2 mana, search your library for a card and put that card in your hand. Do you guys have this card? I don't remember. Have you guys played this card? Do you guys have this card in your decks? I would imagine so. You guys play broken cards. Well, I know Miri has tutors that he plays, because he has played Inline Tutor multiple times. Alright. Farseek, 2 mana, search your library for Plains, Island, Bound, or Swamp card, and put on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. 2 mana ramp spell. Helps us fix our mana. Go grab a shock land. Farseek. Next card, Harsh Mercy. 3 mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature type. Destroy all creatures that aren't of a type chosen so they can't be regenerated. So obviously I'm naming warriors. It's not going to destroy anything. Unless I have one of my other weird, like Revvy, and Revvy isn't a warrior. Get this out of here. Remove this. Yeah, but okay. Do you have Arkham Daxon in your deck? Harsh Mercy. Kind of covers the mana symbol here, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, next card. Hull Breach. 2 mana sorcery. Choose one. Destroy target artifact, or destroy target enchantment, or destroy both. Why don't you just get one? Are they expensive? Jeez. Alright, there you go. Alright, next card. Patriarchs Bidding. 5 mana. Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of a type chosen this way from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's the opposite of Harsh Mercy. Just order it, man. TCG player. You know, they have this thing called the internet now. Yeah, I can do sick deals as well. I would just do sick deals. Because a lot of my stuff I bought here that I needed, I got on sick deals. Alright, next card, 3 visits, 2 mana, search your library for a forest card, put that onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Another 2 mana ramp spell. So we aren't developing our board, we want to be ramping instead. But you can't even play the foil 3 visits because you play a deck that doesn't have any it's null green. Alright, 3 visits. Throes of Chaos. 4 mana Cascade and Retrace. So, that's cool if I want to go crazy. Turn my lands into random cards. That cost less than 4. You're like, why are you playing that? Why not is the question. It's just a good way to, I love Retrace. You know I love Retrace. There we go. Throes of Chaos. Alright. And then we have another thing we want to do. Waves of Aggression. 5 mana sorcery. Untap all creatures that attack this turn after this main phase. There is an additional combat phase followed by additional main phase. So if we can draw cards, we can loop this. Draw cards, make mana, we can loop this as well. Retrace. I love that. I love Retrace. Been playing with Retrace cards for a long time, especially one called Raven's Crime. Turn your useless lands into something good. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the artifacts. So we're going to keep with these same sleeves. Arcane Signet, 2 mana. Add 1 mana of any color, your commander's color identity. Alright, check that out. Looks really cool. Alright, next up, we have the Bident of Thassa. So this is why I had that proxy in my other deck. 4 mana, legendary enchantment artifact. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. 2 mana, tap creatures your opponents control. Attack this turn if able. So basically, this is just another curiosity type effect. We want to be drawing, like I said, reward attacking people. Bident of Thassa. Alright. Chromatic Lantern. 3 mana artifact. Lands you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color. And then you can. This also functions as a ramp spell because you can also make 1 mana of any color. This is still. Chromatic Lantern is still a solid card, right? It hasn't been power crept, has it? I don't play that many basics. I think I play 1 of each, so I only have 5 basics, to be honest with you. Chromatic Lantern. Let me fix that. Super. Nope. Tragic arrogance. Then why don't you play it? Alright, next card, Coat of Arms. 5 mana artifact. Each creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least one creature type with this. So a great way to pump up all my creatures. Another way to pump them up. So I can deal lethal. Did you play them in Standard? You know I played them in Standard. I think I played it with Mono White Angels when I was playing the Coco hate deck. I mean, you were the one playing Coco. I had it to deal with you. Absolutely not. If you want to play Coco, go play Arena. Alright, next card. Eldrazi Monument, 5 mana. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have flying and indestructible. And at the beginning, you have to sacrifice a creature. If not, sacrifice this. That's not a problem for us because we have lots of warriors to sacrifice. So it's weird. I opened this at a GP, flipped it for cash, and it turns out I needed it. I am much smart. Eldrazi Monument. Alright, this stack is getting a little precarious. I'll split it up a little bit. Herald's Horn. 3 mana. As the entry spell, choose creature type. Makes those creatures cheaper. At the beginning of your round, keep looking at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card of the chosen type, you reveal it and put it into your hand. Alright, we're out of sleeves here for this first one, so we're going to open up this second one. So I hope I have less than 25 left. Herald's Horn. Should be okay. Alright. Next card. Everyone's favorite card. Mana Crypt. 0 mana. Tap, add 2. Flip a coin at the beginning of your upkeep. If you lose it, deals 3 damage to me. Everyone's favorite card. It's a free Soul Ring. That also flips coins. That you might want for that precon that's coming out for the Secret Lair. Because it flips a coin. Mana Crypt. And next we have Mana Vault. So I have the older version, which I bought a long time ago. So it was much cheaper. But doesn't untap. You can tap, add 3 colorless, and pay 4 to untap this. And it deals 1 to you if you leave it tapped. The question is, though, was it fake? I mean, it doesn't matter for us because you're going to play with it regardless. Seriously. I gotta re-sleeve this. That's the problem with these. So these don't go well with white bordered cards. Because it's very obvious when they are not sleeved properly. You can see it's bleeding here. And it kind of covers the one, but whatever. And of course we have our world famous Soul Ring. 1 mana, add 2. Everyone knows Soul Ring. The most played card in EDH. Every deck runs it. This in Command Tower, and also every precon comes with this. There we go, Soul Ring. Jesus. Next card, Sword of Feast and Famine. 3 mana, creature gets +2/+2 and has pro green and pro black. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you tap all lands you control. So guess what? You untap all lands you control. Guess what? We have infinite combat steps. That's what we want. So we have to play this card. And the discard is just, you know, icing on the cake. There we go. I am not playing God Eternal, Oketra, or Perforos. No need, right? Aggravated Assault, 3 mana enchantment, 5 mana, untap all creatures you control. After this main phase, there's additional combat phase, followed by additional main phase. Activate this only as a sorcery. So another Najeela-like effect if you don't have Najeela out, and because this thing also avoids board wipes. So why not? Bear Umbra. It's the next one. Alright, oh, let me show it again. Aggravated Assault. Alright, next card. Bear Umbra, 4 mana enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has +2/+2 and has whenever the creature attacks, untap all lands you control. Well, look at that. Another great effect. We want to untap all our lands and we get more combat steps. You see where this is going? This deck has no fancy combos. It's just, okay, everything's written on the commander. You know exactly what we're going to do. We want to win through unlimited combat steps. Because through unlimited combat steps, not only do we get unlimited attacks, we also get unlimited creatures. Basically double the amount of creatures every combat step. Ugh, that was done very poorly. This deck, it is a combo deck, but you still have to win through combat. So I think it's one of the more tamer ones. I think it's one of the more tamer combat decks. Even though it's, you know, played in CDH, the fact that you have to win through combat is little eh. Beastmaster Ascension, 3 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension. As long as it has 7 or more quest counters, creatures you get +5/+5. Am I the combo player now? Am I the combo player? I'm just an aggro player, man. This is aggro combo, I guess you can say. Alright, next card. Cathar's Crusade. 5 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Another way to pump the team and do a bunch of damage. Look, this is called synergy, okay? It's not a combo, it's synergy. Cathar's Crusade. Next card. Coastal Piracy, 4 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. Draw cards, find answers, rinse and repeat. Coastal Piracy. Alright. Druid's Repo, one of our big enablers here. It goes infinite with a Najeela. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever creature you control attacks, put a charge counter, remove a charge counter from it, add 1 mana of any color. Basically, if you attack with 5 creatures, you win. Because you just keep untapping forever. What the? Oh, this is a... What the heck is this? So what are you saying, Mina Mide? What are you saying? Druid's Repo. Unfortunately, I cannot play on Saturday. Come on. Let's battle. Druid's Repo. Alright, next card. Impact Tremors. 2 mana. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So who needs Perforos? When you have Impact Tremors. I also had Impact Tremors in Standard. It was a really crappy jank deck. It was an ambush deck. Or a dash deck. Impact Tremors. Alright, here's another one. Another big card for Najeela. Nature's Will. 4 mana enchantment. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, tap all lands that player controls, and you untap all lands you control. Another way to go infinite. Alright, there you go. Alright, here's a jank card. Raider Spoils, 4 mana. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever a warrior you control deals combat damage, you may pay 1 life to draw a card. So, Phyrexian Arena. It's okay. There are better cards. I never played this card in Standard. I don't think it saw much play in Limited either, in cons. But hey. Raider Spoils. Warriors was hard to get in Limited because it required a lot of uncommons. Share Animosity. 3 mana enchantment. Whenever creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. I hope we have enough. Yeah, we're hitting the land soon, so I think we're good. I do have warrior tokens. I am building a battle bond cube, so I have a lot of battle bond tokens. There it is. Let me see if I can fix this. It's better, I guess. Alright. Song of Freyalise. 2 mana. Basically turns all my creatures into dorks. Which means that whenever I use Najeela, I can attack. And then, yeah, or I can tap them for mana. So, pretty good. And then, this thing at the end gives my creatures 1/1 counters and Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. So this thing combos if I have a thing with Vigilance. Because I can attack everything, and then because Vigilance I can make mana. And then tap it and get combat phase after. So we have multiple ways to give our creatures Vigilance. Song of Freyalise. Still works well with the Saga frame. Alright, our last enchantment. Steely Resolve, 2 mana enchantment. As Steely Resolve comes into play, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type cannot be targeted spells or abilities, so protect my board from targeted removal. Yes, you are correct. There are lots of infinites. I told you guys there are infinites. But like I said, the infinites just give us infinite combat steps. It doesn't win us the game on the spot. If you have like a Settle the Wreckage or something to, you know, to stop me from attacking, then I can't do anything. I can't win. Steely Resolve. Alright, so we're done with the non-creature spells. So now we're going to move on to the onto the lands. I hope I have enough. I might need to tap into the basic land frames, but I'm going to try to use, you know, let's see what we can do. Alright. Get rid of this. This is the basic land frame. And then this is the other non-creature frame. So our first card is the Arid Mesa. Red-white fetch land. What the heck? I got side-loading sleeves before? Do you need human warrior? No, I think I'm good. I think I should be good. I appreciate it, though. Alright, so there's the Arid Mesa. So to compare, this is what the other non-creature frame looks like. So the design at the bottom is different. And I believe at the top is also different. So the frames are slightly different. So just some, you know, just sort of some sort, and you can see it here, also some designs here. So it's just something cool. Another way to look at your cards. How many lands do I have? Let me see. I have 33 lands, so I might need to use some of the base, or maybe I'll use some of the other non-creature frames. But hey, we'll see what happens. All right, Blood Crypt, our red-black shock land. So now we're kind of winding down here. I do not need a foil Graveblade Marauder, but you should hold on to it. Maybe when I build a lower power version of this deck. But I think it would be a very, very different deck. doesn't look good. It's just not good. Shoot. Let's try this again. Alright, I tried my best. But you can see here at the bottom it's bleeding. Stupid. Yeah. Even with one of these. Alright, Blessing Mire. Red Black Shock. Or Fetch. I think I have all the fetches. All the fetches. Actually, no. I think it doesn't play one of the fetches. A couple of the fetches. And I'm not playing any dual lands either, so it's fair. My dual lands are in another deck. The ones that I own, at least. I should look into getting a complete collection of dual lands. For EDH. Blessing Mire. Next up, Breeding Pool. Green Blue Shock. Alright, Breeding Pool. Next up, Cascading Cataracts. Indestructible, add colorless, or pay 5 and filter 5. Why am I playing this card? It's because it gives me rainbow colors. When I really need it. Alright, let me put the rest of the sleeves here. One of our buddies was poo-pooing on this card, but it's not a worthless card. Surprisingly, I thought it was worthless when it was first spoiled, but it is an emergency filter card in case when you need all 5. I would never play it in a non-5 color deck. Cavern of Souls. ETB, choose a creature type, add 1 colorless. Or you can add 1 mana to your color pool, but you can only spend it to cast a creature spell of the chosen type, and that spell cannot be countered. The cannot be countered part of it is the important part. Cavern of Souls. Your foil starts your engines, but that's red card. The vehicle commander is blue white. All right, City of Brass. When it becomes tapped, deals 1 damage, and you can add 1 mana of any color. What's with the huh? There we go. City of Brass. City of Brass, City of Ass. Next up, we got Command Tower. Everyone knows this card. Got the extended art version. Wish it was foil, but hey. No. Why? Why would you do this? Don't play that card. That card sucks. It does nothing. Alright, Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana. Add your mana pool 1 mana of any color that a land and opponent controls could produce. Yes. Excellent. Good thing you can't play it. Honestly, though, are your tokens more important than my tokens? I feel like the answer is they are not more important than my tokens. I literally need my tokens if I want to win Exotic Orchard. Alright. Here is the Flooded Strand. White-blue fetch land. Come on, these things are on so tight. Shoot. Oh, you do need to clamp them away. That's one broken card I'm not playing. You don't see me playing Skull Clamp. I know I should. I probably should. Blood Strand. Alright, here's our first basic. It's my Forest. My Standard Showdown. I have a bunch of Rebecca Gay Standard Showdown basics, so I decided to use them for this deck. And also so I can use these basic frames. So let me show you what they look like. This one is going to be a pain in the butt to sleeve, though. Because it has to line up perfectly. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Let's hope I get it in the sleeve without it shifting. No, Stoneforge is absolutely not worth it in this deck. I don't have another equipment. Oh, I have Sword. I have Sword of Feast and Famine. Alright, I guess it's fine. It slipped a little bit, but what can I do? The forest is a little is curled a little bit, so. Godless Shrine. Black-white Shockland. Alright, there you go. Black-white Shockland. Jeez. Alright, Olive Fountain. White-blue Shockland. So why do we run one of each basic? In case we get Blood Mooned. God, Blood Moon. We have one of the players in our play group will run Blood Moon to screw all of us over because we have so many 5-color decks in our meta. Hollowed Fountain. Mana Confluence. Tap, pay 1 life. Add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. I actually opened this in a booster pack. Way back in the day. I am so glad I did. This card is amazing. Amazingly expensive. How much is it? $26. On Card Kingdom. I can't wait to terrorize you guys with this deck. I'm going to be perfectly honest here. After spending 2 nights being terrorized, now I can terrorize you guys instead. Marsh Flats, the white-black fetch land. I have an expedition of this in another deck. Dude, I don't want to hear that from you, man. You played Ephemerate. Alright, Misty Rainforest. Simic Fetchland. Misty Rainforest. I don't know, man. Urza's pretty darn scary. I guess that's better. Alright, Mountain. Let's get one of those basic frames here. These basic land frames, I have no use for them. Jeez. Who in their right mind plays basics in Najeela? Just one of each is fine. Gotta redo this one. Jeez. They should move the sleeve a little bit. There we go. I don't like it. Basics are the worst. Alright, Path of Ancestry. ETB tapped, add 1 mana maker in your commander's identity. If you cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with the commander, scry 1. Perfect for my deck. Just don't like the fact that it comes into play tapped, but hey. It's like Command Tower. Except you get a bonus. But it comes into play tapped. I really need a haircut. Jesus. Ah, crud. Path of Ancestry. Next card up, Plains. Oh, there's no island. There was no island. We don't play islands in this deck. Come on, get in there. Plains. Reflecting Pool. Another potentially make any color you want. Reflecting Pool. Reliquary Tower. Because we're going to be drawing a lot of cards once we start getting our curiosity effects onto the board. So we're going to need that. Jesus, a lot of cleanup I have to do. I have a lot of perfect fits sitting around. Jesus, it's terrible. Maybe I should have got Eclipse Sleeves instead of Dragon Shields. Dragon Shields are always a little too tight. I really like the Shuffle Feel of Eclipse Sleeves. Reliquary Tower. It's the best I can do, I think. Alright. Sacred Foundry. Red, white, shock. Sacred Foundry. Scalding Tarn. Is it fetch land? Scalding Tarn, ugh. Oh my god. Why do they always catch? Freaking Dragon Shield. Come on. There it is. Alright. Scavenging Grounds. Exile all graveyards. I can't wait to play this to screw you guys over. You guys that play graveyard effects. How much is this card anyway? Mine's foil. That's $2. Always good to have utility lands, but that might be a little greedy for this deck, to be honest with you. Alright. Jeez. Steam Vents. Is it Shockland? I think we're almost done. Do I play a Swamp? I think I do. I do play a Swamp. Steam Vents. Stomping Ground. Gruul Fetch Land. Or Gruul Shock Land. Stomping Ground. Alright, here's the Swamp. Can use a basic for that. I think this is the last basic we're playing. So I guess we're only playing 4 basics. We don't even have Island in here. Come on. Swamp. Alright, Temple Guardian, green, white. Shockland. Alright, Temple Garden. Alright, Unclaimed Territory. Oh, jeez. Well, this is done anyway. So we're going to have to lead into the non-creature inner sleeves for the rest of the packs. The rest of the lands. Hopefully we have enough. Crap. until it already slipped out. Unclaimed territory. Helps us get rainbow mana for casting creatures. Urborg. Give us all the black mana we need. Let's get these out here because that's all we need now. Alright. I need to put this back into my modern deck though, but just to show it off, put it in the sleeve. Let's see what it looks like. Where was Urborg first printed? Was it actually an M15? I don't think so, right? Urborg. Alright, a foil watery grave that's curled to crap. Where was Urborg first printed in? Ah, yeah, right. Planar Chaos. Watery Grave. Alright, I'm just going to create a new pile here. Alright, Windswept Heath. Green, white, fetch. I think this is the second to last card. Yeah, we have one more card left after this. Want to guess what the last card is? What can possibly be after Windswept Heath? I wonder. Windswept Heath. And last card, we're finally here. Wooded Foothills. Red, green, fetch land. Wow. Oh, shoot. There we go. Alrighty. So that's the full deck. Like I said, the deck's goal is just to get in for damage. So I really can't wait to pilot this against my friends and see how just how hard is it actually going to be to attack. So anyways, let's shuffle these up a little bit. So let's shuffle these up a little bit and put these to the side. And let's see what happened. Oh my goodness, there's so much air in these sleeves. I will not be able to shuffle this properly. Oh my gosh. Look how much air is in the sleeves. Jesus. Alright, and then alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if I shuffle this good enough. My goodness. Oh, there's so much air. Alright, let's draw a sample hand here. Let's see what happens. Well, didn't shuffle them well enough. We got 2 lands. Can we do this? Play a forest. Scavenging ground. Yeah. The heck. Oof. Snap keep? Absolutely not. That's not a snap keep. Just have to draw 1 land and you can cultivate for all the colors you need, right? The problem is we don't have blue. We have no island in the deck. Alright, let's try this again. We literally just draw the same hand. Alright, I think this is keepable. So let's see what happens. Alright. Draw for turn. We'll play Gallatron tapped. Draw for turn. Fraley's untap. Wow, this really does look beautiful. City of Ass by Harf Banneret. Pass the turn. Draw a card. Tarn. So let's see here. We could play this, but I don't think we need protection as of right now. We can crack this. Let's get Stomping Ground. No, we don't want Stomping Ground. Yes, we want Stomping. Let's get a Steam Vents. We'll shock ourselves. Then we can just play this. Just become mana efficient. Alright, draw for turn. Peace Within. We'll play Farseek. So we're kind of screwed on mana here. Play Farseek. Definitely we need a forest. Just get Stomping Ground. More red. There it is. Tapped. Alright, and we can't do anything else. We'll just pass a turn. Alright, untap. Draw. Water Gave Shock. I think we play Najeela and then Edric. Let's see here. We need to pay here, here, and here for Edric. And then for Najeela, we only have to pay 2. Will we be able to attack profitably? I guess we can attack with this boy. Make a 1/1. And let's say that the 5/4 deals damage, so we'll draw a card. Alright, we'll untap. So we don't have a Vigilance creature. Draw for turn. We do have Bear Umbra, but we need a way to get evasion. And we don't have creature tokens, so we can Demonic Tutor. We de-tutor for an evasive card, so we can set up for Bear Umbra next turn. And I guess we can play Song of Fraley's as well. So, anyways, that's just an example. I have to do a lot more shuffling. And make sure we get everything. But yeah. Anyways, it's been a lot longer than I thought. The stream was took a lot longer because sleeving was such a pain. I think the sleeves do look nice, but sleeving them is really, really painful. Look how long it took. The stream has been running. I think it took an hour 45 minutes to sleeve up this whole deck. So, anyways, but I do think they look really pretty. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Once again, this is Blitzing Death. If you haven't followed me on Twitch yet, please follow. We're trying to get affiliate here. And if you're watching this on YouTube, well, you know, feel free to also subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. I think this is... I don't have any more MTG streams planned. At least not cards. Maybe I'll do an MTGA stream. But I think I'm going to go back to playing video games in the near future. And since we have internet now, I just want to get this out of the way so that I could actually play with this deck next time I get to play with my friends. Anyways, until then, take care. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching me show off my Najeela deck. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Good night, everyone. Bye.